I could do was try not to fall apart while I explained to my autistic daughter that we couldn't go home because the CBP agents were telling me right in front of her we were going to be deported. I had to explain that to my 7-year-old. My name is Tanya Warner. My daughter and I were detained by CBP, transferred into ICE custody, detained for 19 days, and then we bonded out. We were incarcerated in a processing center on the Rio Grande border called Ursula. Ursula is a sensory deprivation chamber, and I figured that out pretty fucking quickly. That building is designed to stress you out and break you down. There are no windows and there is no light that gets into that building whatsoever. Your circadian rhythm relies on a digital clock on the wall in your cell block. We got there Saturday night, basically Sunday morning, because it was 1 a.m. I told you about day one. Now it's Monday. On Sunday, I kept asking to speak to my lawyer. They kept ignoring me. Villarreal finally gave me a phone call, and I was able to reach my husband, who then reached out to the lawyer and was able to contact her, and she said she would be sitting beside her phone all day waiting for my call Monday. When I talked to my husband, I bawled my eyes out. I had no idea why we had been detained. No one had actually told me why, other than the fact that I had legal pending paperwork, a prima facie, a work permit. I had no idea why I was in there with my 7-year-old daughter. Only that we were to be deported, and that we would be deported, and we could do it the easy way or the hard way. All they kept repeating was, your paperwork doesn't give you protection, over and over. What? I didn't know what that meant. In the previous administration, they weren't detaining people that were in due process. They were respectful. They only detained people who actually broke a felony law. So it was very confusing. The fluorescent lights in Ursula are brutal. They are in each cell block and they are on at all times. Just imagine blinding fluorescent lights, concrete floors, cold, loud, and totally inhospitable, not to mention the fact that we were in there with all of the actual criminals, with our children. The whole situation is designed to freak you out and to get you to give up and self-deport. They kept shoving paperwork at me, asking me to sign, but not actually letting me read the paper. So at this point, it was the 16th of March. And what they're claiming is they served me my notice to appear. Nobody served me any papers. I, Tanya Warner, declare under penalty of perjury as a citizen of Canada that I was not served my NTA until March 31st, 4 days after I was supposed to appear at the court in Raymondville while I was still detained in Dili. So now that we've cleared that up, we have what are called caretakers in the cell blocks with us, and they are subcontracted by a company called Luke. And they were essentially babysitters, and then the guards just sat in the cell block towers. Anything that we needed, the caretakers would go to the guards, and then the guards would then take us to where we need to go, for example, medical, if we needed something. These ladies weren't mean. They were fairly nice, but you could tell that they weren't really supposed to make friends with us. But I have a tendency to win people over. But they essentially just bossed us around all day. They repeat themselves and repeat themselves. And it actually was making me upset. It was upsetting me that they constantly repeated the same things over and over. I was like, oh my God, I know. I see it. I see it. Like it was getting annoying. So for the kids, they had puzzles, pencil crayon, a few toys, these like plastic colored benches. They had the foam floor mats that fit together, a carpet with a map on it, and they had TVs in every cell and cartoons that just played all day. But nothing for the adults. It was all for the kids. If it was just adults, it would just be an empty cell block. No real seating, no comfort, nothing like that. They treated us like criminals, which was insane. So for the adults, it was just a matter of occupying the kids, amusing them, then waiting for CBP to come back, harass us, try to get us to deport, rinse, repeat, over and over. That was the point. Keep you scared, keep you unstable, keep you compliant. I had to ask them to turn off the TV in our cell block because my daughter's autistic and I can't even get her attention when there's a TV on. I can't communicate with her. I can't regulate her, nothing. So I had to fight for quiet for my daughter to be able to rest. The only highlights of the day were the cartoons, shower time, puzzles, coloring, that's it. Stay tuned for shower time. Please don't forget to donate to our GoFundMe. $5 or $10 goes a long way. If you appreciate the content, it will help my daughter and I land softly and help with our fees. Thank you so much. Link in bio. Share, follow, and subscribe.